topics for today are jorts, rare samurai, rare diseases, begins with the letter E, and hygiene. John, you'll pick first. So what category?
I would like samurai for 100, please.
Okay. The name of the samurai's sword.
What is a katana?
That is correct. Now, let's play a little informative clip for the audience.
But we're supposed to be playing the game.
Roll the clip.
The katana is the samurai's most famous weapon, and for good reason. It became so widely used because of its quality as a tool of war. Its strength comes from how it is forged. Steel is hammered, folded over, and hammered again until all the impurities are gone. Once this is finished, part of the blade is covered in clay. The clay is hardened in the fire, and the whole thing is dunked in the water to cool it. The difference in temperature caused by the clay is what makes the sword bend and allows the cutting edge to become much sturdier while the back remains flexible.
Alright, John, still your choice. What are you going to go with?
I would like samurai for 200.
Okay. The period of Japan's history when the samurai originated.
Ooh, what is the Heian period?
That is absolutely correct. Time to learn more about it.
Again?
The Heian period lasted from 794 to 1185. During this time, the emperor called for men to be assembled to fight against the Ainu, the barbarians native to the islands when the Japanese people arrived. Lower-ranked men who ruled over small areas under the emperor were in charge of this, and the warriors that they put together were the first organized group of what would eventually be known as the samurai. In addition to fighting, the samurai would watch over peasants as they made offerings of money or rights to the emperor. During this time, there was unrest caused by disputes between the samurai and the rulers who organized them. When the emperor died, two sons fought over who would succeed him. This caused the government to fall apart, and different clans of samurai sided with one son or the other. The result of the ensuing conflict would see the first ruling samurai clan, and rule would change between different clans for the next few hundred years.
Alright, Logan, it's your choice.
It's not like they can have a video for everything, right? Jorts for 200.
Jorts it is. The name of an article of clothing, coming from the Latin jeans and the Greco-Roman shorts.
What are jorts?
That is correct. Let's get some more information about these jorts.
Oh, you've got to be kidding.
Jorts. Both jeans and shorts at the same time. Jorts.
Logan, you may choose a category.
Samurai for 300.
Alright. The name of two other weapons the samurai used.
What are a bow and wakizashi?
That is right.
At first, the samurai primarily utilized bow and arrow and rode on horseback. At this time, the code by which they lived was called Kyuba no Michi, which means the way of horse and bow. The bows they used were massive, ranging from 6 to 8 feet in height. Not only were the bows large, the arrows were too. They were usually about 3 to 4 feet long. To measure the bows, they did not record the size of the bow. Instead, they measured by the manpower that it took to string the bow, typically between 1 and 10 men. While these bows may seem large and unwieldy, the samurai had impeccable accuracy. In fact, they would test their skills by shooting at a flying bird and trying to clip its wings without killing it. A wakizashi is a shorter sword than the katana. The samurai would often keep this second sword on him for when he entered residences. If he should have to defend himself in a closed space, this shorter sword was easier to use.
Alright, John, it's your turn to choose.
I will take samurai for 400.
400. And guess what? This is the daily double.
Well,
how much will you bet?
I would like 200, please.
Okay. Is there a difference between a ninja and a samurai?
What is yes?
You're correct.
The samurai and the ninja aren't often confused, but for those who don't know the difference, let's talk about that for a bit. The samurai were noble warriors that valued loyalty above all else. When a samurai did battle, he made his presence known. In fact, fights between two samurai were all about making yourself known. They would call out their enemy and make sure that they knew who was going to take them down. The ninja, on the other hand, are assassins. They valued money rather than honor, and would complete what they were hired to do without drawing attention. The two sometimes fought each other, usually if a nobleman that had a samurai serving under him was the target of an assassination.
Alright, John, what will you do next?
Samurai for 500.
Going all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Why did the samurai disappear?
Ooh, what are illegal chocolate sales in Europe?
Oh, that is incorrect. John?
Because they're changing times and stuff.
100% correct.
Alright.
The samurai are gone for several reasons. The first reason, chronologically, was the shogun Hideyoshi Toyotomi. When he came to power, he declared that from then on, all samurai must come from a samurai bloodline. No longer could any old man become a samurai, he had to be the son of one. In the Meiji period of Japanese history, spanning the years 1868 through 1912, the Japanese people realized that they needed to be open to changes from the Western world in order to prevent themselves from being controlled by other countries. Unfortunately, the division of power between different clans of samurai made it difficult for all of Japan to unite and make this possible. It was decided that power should be returned to the emperor, so that Japan could be unified as a nation. Under the new government, samurai were required to give up their swords and remove their hairstyle that was indicative of their status. Many of the samurai became officials in the new government, but without the things that made them samurai, nothing was the same.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. We'll see you next time.
Oh, what the heck? There's a load of dupes.